Welcome back, everyone. Warhammer here with episode 7 of our modded Tyrion campaign for the High Elves. We have lost one of our convoys, so the second one is our first guy that went out, but he is being attacked by a Empire army that has some Sartosa militia. This guy does have a pretty good army because he's collected some units from his previous voyage, but this is not a joke of an army. Ogre Man-Eaters, a fair amount of firepower, 2 mortars. We're going to have our work cut out for us because we don't have any cavalry in this army. Let's look and see what the map is like. Okay, not that bad. We might be able to use the trees to our advantage so we don't take so much damage from the mortars. Man, our convoy captain, Amandil, is getting plenty of fights under his belt. Empire army coming after us. They do have 2 things of mortars, several units of crossbows, but then they also have some Ogre Man-Eaters and Sartosan Free Company, actually. So Sartosan Free Company, actually not that bad. They're actually going to put up a decent fight against some of our units. They have perfect vigor, along with Rowdy, so they have very good leadership. They will survive in combat very well. Mostly just swordsmen on the front line. So our units will win in combat if it comes down to it. Our Silver and Guard have very good defensive stats. We also have Halberdiers who have great armor piercing, and Rangers. Rangers are actually doing very good in this matchup. Physical resist, bonus with infantry, so if we can get them on the right targets, they will do very well. So we're going to position them over on the side, try to get around to the back a little bit. We got to try to do our best to not take too much damage from the mortars. So we're trying to get our archers just barely into position so they can start to get some volleys off. We do want to shoot these man-eaters if we can. Because these guys are pretty hard to kill in combat. Because they have very good stats for large units. But they're just going to go straight for my rangers, unfortunately. Which is not an ideal matchup for them. Sartosan Free Company, the bonus for infantry is going to trade quite a bit. But you do have slightly more weapon strength. But yeah, those Ogre Man-Eaters are not a great target for them. We are just going to keep pushing up because we have to shut down some of these crossbows and ranged units. Rangers in the back doing a good job. Mortars coming down on our handgunners. Unfortunately, this map doesn't really have a good angle of attack for us, so we're going to try to position them and our Iron Hull gunners in a little bit better position where they can get some better shots off. But with the Ogre Man-Eaters retreating, Rangers start taking way less damage, but get a little bit of black powder there. Silver and Guard, I really like how these guys look. They're one of my favorite looking models, actually. Very cool Elven Spearmen. More heavy armor, cooler helmets. And our gunpowder's trying to get in a position where they can actually shoot this General of the Empire. Man-Eaters, trying to get on top of my Iron Hill gunners, so we throw some Halberdiers on top of them. They will start to wreck those guys, but yeah, these Rangers kind of getting picked on by Sartosan Free Company and Swordsmen. Took a lot of damage from those Ogres, so it's kind of a suspect right there. Yeah, we're going to start to lose them, but Ogre Man-Eaters have been dealt with from the combined power of our black powder. Over here, our Rangers finding some good targets, Swordsmen. 53 kills already. These guys are rocking it. But we're going to try to pull these guys' ones back a little bit and maybe try to get a flank or push onto these crossbows. We have gotten to range where we can shut down a lot of their crossbows very quickly with focused fire from our archers. Our Prince, the General of the Empire, having a pretty good battle. They have very similar stats. Both have 85 armor. Or sorry, but our Prince has a much higher melee attack and defense particularly, so it's going to be a rough fight for this guy, especially since we have some ward save on our guy. But the mortars are basically offline. They haven't caught in melee by our rangers, which is awesome. These Silver and Guard actually took quite a bit more damage than I would have liked, but they've held up pretty well. Some of the units from the Empire Rebel Army getting scared, but some of them will come back in a little bit. But our ranged firepower proved to be very key in this battle. We're shutting down the crossbows, Shutting down a lot of the infantry. The Empire General has shattered. May be able to kill him. We'll chase him down and get that extra loot from doing that. Not bad, not bad. These Rangers did kind of take a beating, though, but... Oh, I forgot. Did I forget to equip this, too? To cause terror? Oh, my bad. Let's put that on some Rangers, because they're good at getting into the back line. We are kind of in the need for money now that we're not making a whole lot per turn, since we have multiple armies. I like the grandeur. We really want to claim seats because they give some nice bonuses, and the faster we get to higher tiers, the sooner we can get some confederations to get some other legendary lords. Which, speaking of, let's find Tyrion.
What do you require?
So we have gone to war with the Wood Elves now because they decided to be kind of a dick. But before we actually move on, I would like to give a shout out to Arcanus, Chaplain Arcanus, who gave a recommendation to rename our Phoenix because this guy has stuck around and been to hell and back several times. So we're going to name him Angreneer, the Undying. And if you guys would like to get units named, then just leave them in the comments and I will do that. I think that's a fun little thing we can do to make the campaign a little bit more enjoyable. Okay, Athenor, he had a pretty good fight against all these Dark Elf armies, but he unfortunately can't chase any of them down because he's stuck inside the circle of influence of this settlement, so we're going to have to deal with that first. We should get... Oh, actually, we don't need to hold the line immediately because we're not facing any dire armies at the moment, so let's take... Research rate? Yeah, I like research rate. Let's take the settlement. That'll let him replenish over the intern. These guys can't contest it anyway. But we're saving our growth till we get to tier 4, which will have enough growth next turn. Finish off that bonus to research rate. Okay, down here we still have the Dread Fleet kind of being annoying, so we did recruit an army here with Alistar, the White Lion. I didn't quite know where they were going to attack. I thought they were going to attack in Giorial, because Lothar can defend itself. But I didn't want to lose this because it has a port, and it's making some money through wine, so it is important to try to keep that. In the Phoenix Court, we could take the last seat in the Council of Nobles. How much money does Lothar make, actually? That'll let me decide whether we actually want to do this. It's making 1,000 right now, so it'd make 200 more. What about the other ones? Let's see if there's anything we want to save up to get. High Philosopher gives us influence per turn, along with some spellcasting bonuses. This gives martial purpose and rivalry in case we get any allied dwarf or lizardman units. This gives experience per turn for casters. That'll be great once we get access to more of them. In the Evercourt, we have the High Oracle of Isha. This gives diplomatic relations with the Wood Elves, which kind of too late for that, but it further upgrades the Banish Corruption bonus, spell resist when fighting against Nurgle or Skaven, missile resist for Great Eagle and War Lions, plus Eagle Aerating Force battles, which gives an Eagle summon. Okay, all of these are mostly actually bonuses for allied units right now. So let's actually finish this one off. That'll give a bonus recruitment slot as well. And a little bit more money from Lothar now. It'll show up later, but... yeah, this guy unfortunately can't deal with this army by himself. Most likely. We do have some regiments over now, but it's probably not going to be enough, since they have bloated corpses and lots of stuff to get into a back line. So we'll just sit that one out for a little bit. Tyrion, we have the Sisters of Twilight showing up now. Okay. If we fight these guys, I think we want to take on the Sisters of Twilight second.
Not possible.
Yeah, let's do that.
Heir of an Aryan.
No invocation to use right now, but before we make the attack, let's get Tyrion just barely out of the settlement so he can switch over to the least blessing. And let's take out the Wood Elves. It's gonna be a pretty tough battle. Let's look at the map. Okay, not bad. We fought on this map a few times. It can be pretty good. The crappy thing is that a lot of our Lothian Seaguard do not have shields, so they're not going to trade very well against all this Blade Guard firepower. But we have cavalry to shut them down. They do have Eternal Guard, which do have very nice armor piercing for a spare unit, but I think we can avoid that, let those units come to us. And let's go into it. This is probably one of the more difficult battles we will have in this campaign. We have a lot of Wood Elf units coming after us, lots of firepower. This starting army is led by a Glade Lord, but he does have Ariel and a Glade Captain in the army. Eternal Guard, this is one thing I really don't like that pisses me off, actually, is that for some reason the Wood Elves have insane armor piercing on their spears. And then if you take a look at the High Elf Spearmen, nothing. So it's like, yes, we have pretty comparable armor and slightly better stats due to martial prowess, but it's like their killing power is so high in the Eternal Guard. They're actually an amazing spear unit, while the High Elf Spearmen are kind of terrible when it comes to killing, which is pretty different from their tabletop, where they had the ability to do lots of damage with martial prowess, which actually give them multiple ranks attacking. But the secondary army, led by the Sisters of Twilight, coming in, they are on their dragon. They have a lot of firepower. All these units are very high experience too, so it is going to be a knockout, drag-out fight trying to get the leadership of all these guys to break. We want to draw them to us over here, though, since it is a little bit more defensible position. And we want them to clump up their archers so we can hit them a little bit more effectively. Our cavalry, with the Illyrian Lancers and Silverhelm Knights, come to get on these Glade Guard as they are separated. Tyrion just trying to keep these guys busy for a little bit, so we don't want him to get locked into combat against the War Dancers, these Azure Spears, because those guys are pretty nasty. But there goes down an arrow of Kurnos. Let's see what it's going after. Ooh, going after the Spearman, but it does hit the ground, which is very great for us. Arrows of Kurnos are very, very strong. We've broken 2 units of Glade Guard already with that massive cavalry charge. We are going to keep the Phoenix back for a little bit because they really do like to target it down, and we want to keep it alive. But Tyrion juking some of these shots. Unfortunately, he does not have a shield, so he doesn't get any missile chance. But, ooh, yeah, a bunch of arrows of Kurnos from the Hawk Riders. Unfortunately for them, kind of all targeted one unit, so we avoid most of it. Tyrion just doing a good job distracting, trying to get some damage off of these characters, but we actually don't mind him getting clumped up around him with enemy spears for a little bit, because we do have our mage nearby who can get some really nice spells off if we're careful. So let's see if we get a Comet of Cassandor right down, right on top of him. Pretty much decimates one unit, almost. No, it does about a quarter health in the War Dancers. But we don't want to keep our mage that close, because although she does have a fair amount of armor from being mounted on a chariot, they do have sundering armor on some of their units, and that really will hurt her, so we don't want to stay there too long. Tyrion does take a big attack from the Sisters of Twilight melee, though, and the Glade Captain coming around. Our noble on his Great Eagle, just trying to keep some of the archers busy. He can heal due to the Seed of Rebirth when he's in melee, so he's pretty tanky. But this is a battle that is not in our favor, despite getting a possible auto-resolve victory. We are going to have to do our best just to wipe out these guys the best we can. Tyrion, we don't want to get him too far away from the rest of our units, because if he gets too low and his leadership breaks, the Heart of Avalon will actually not trigger if his leadership is not active. So it's pretty bad in that regard. Yeah, look at those arrows of Kurnos decimating that unit of spearmen. Some of our archers as well. We have the partial little settlement garrison coming out to help us a little bit. Caradrian going to be doing some work against the other units. Phoenix coming in, just trying to shut down these guys over here. It is mostly spearmen, or Glade Guard. We are keeping the Noble and the Eternal Guard occupied just for a little bit, so our cavalry can come in and get some nice charges on them, but the Great Eagle is going to be a little bit of a nuisance. Caradrian just trying to shut down these Eternal Guard for a little bit, but our mage sat still for a little bit too long, so she got targeted down quite a bit. We don't have any healing in this army yet, so you have to be very, very careful with that. Cavalry doing awesome, although they have taken some shots from arrows of Kurnos and stuff, but Eternal Guard trying to encircle them, which we do not want to happen. They will get wrecked by the Eternal Guard due to their pretty good bonus source large and massive AP. So that is a losing fight by a mile. But we have brought a lot of their units into range now for our stuff to start doing some serious damage. Caradrian just trying to tie down some of these Eternal Guard. We want to keep them occupied. But the big threat that we need to deal with early is the Sisters of Twilight. They have really, really good missile attacks and some breath attacks, so we want to take them out as soon as we can. Over here, Ariel just kind of hiding in the woods, but lots of Eternal Guard moving on our front line. We have reserved our Spearmen. Most of our Silver Helms and Illyrian Lancers do manage to get out of combat alive and not get trapped by those Eternal Guard. But we have focused all of our missiles now onto the Sisters of Twilight. We need to get them out of commission before they can do too much damage. Mage coming in to do a little bit of help. Gets to throw down her item, the Bane Shield, to give us some more armor and missile block chance for all these units. Even if they don't have shields, that'll be very nice to avoid this enemy fire while we try to concentrate and kill the Sisters of Twilight. Tyrion coming over to help the Spearmen as they do fight Eternal Guard. These were part of the garrison units, so we need to keep them fighting for as long as possible. He does have standing ground active though, which will be nice. The Great Eagle, the Great Eagle was fighting our Phoenix, who we don't want him to die, so we decided to pull him back. But yeah, big comet there, wrecks those two units of Eternal Guard. Sisters of Twilight do get taken down very low, but they do have Conjoined Destiny getting ready to heal. It's a quarter of their health, which we aren't going to be able to avoid. We're not going to be able to kill them, but even with that heal, they probably will not get their leadership back. So that Noble, he just got to keep, just has to keep chasing get them off the field as soon as possible. But Chain Lightning coming down on these clumped up Spearmen, or it's not Spearmen, Glade Guard. I don't know why I always think Glade Guard or Spearmen. But our unit is getting very, very tattered. Eternal Guard trying to get on our Sea Guard. We do come in with a rear charge by our Silver Helms, try to break their leadership. A lot of our units getting very, very low. Tyrion with the Heart of Avalon has not procced yet, but our mage is just doing awesome. Let's see how much value she's got. 175 kills, but almost 2,500 value. Cavalry being very, very useful. Let's find our Illyrian Lancers as well after breaking off these units. Silver Helms, 70 kills. Illyrian Lancers over here, 157 kills. They're just wrecking this back line, but they are taking a lot of range fire as well, so they're going to start taking some casualties. But our mage getting some nice other spells out. The one blast on these Glade Guard, but she is taking a little bit of fire. No sundered armor at the moment, so that 110 armor going to prove to be very, very useful for that. Caradrian tying down some nice units over here. See if we can get a nice big juicy fat comet right on top of them. Illyrian Lancers getting some nice charges off still. Oh, they managed to dodge that one a little bit, but it does get a little bit of damage. Our Noble going to go after this Glade Captain, try to keep her occupied. She is anti-large, so not a great matchup for us, but it's all about just keeping her busy. While our Cavalry try to clean up the archers in the back line. But there are still 7 units of Wood Elves. And we are kind of running out of ammunition with a lot of our units. And several of them get heavily damaged earlier from all that range fire, but we're doing our best to chase down the stuff. Phoenix making itself useful, taking out some of these Eternal Guard. Alariel still, not Alariel. They're both avatars of Isha, Alariel and Ariel, but she's not sticking her neck out. Can sit in the woods. This Glade Captain can be very annoying. We are fast enough to catch her, but she is just very, very annoying to catch by the jukes she's putting out from being controlled by the AI. But Tyrion did get his Art of Avalorn proc, so very, very nice heal. It is on cooldown, so it can trigger more than once, but he's pretty close to hitting his healing cap anyway. But a lot of our units are getting very, very low. This battle is going to come down to characters, with our Lord Tyrion doing a lot of damage, 114 kills. Frenzy keeping his attack and charge one is very, very high because he still has pretty good leadership. But our Silver Helms, 150 kills now, doing very good at racing down these units as they try to get away and trampling them. But still lots of healthy units left for the Wood Elves. Valyrian Lancers, almost 300 kills. Awesome. Good value, too. Almost 200, 300 value. Let's look at our Silver Helms. What do they get up to? 151 with not nearly as much value, but oh, they're getting good volleys there from the Wood Elves, unfortunately. They start to lose some models very, very quickly. But we do have the Wood Elf forces on the back foot for the most part. We are chasing down 7 units to make sure they don't come back. Our mage chasing some units over there. We do bring some of the spearmen to try to fight Ariel because she is actually a large target, so their Rhino Surge will come into play, and she doesn't have very much armor, so that can actually be a good matchup for her. Noble getting a little bit of damage off this Glade Captain, but her melee defense is actually pretty significant, so our guy is struggling to get through there, especially while he's being shot at the same time, because she can attack and shoot at the same time, so he gets very, very low. But we've dealt with most of the Wood Elf units. A few units still holding out in the back over here, but our Valyrian Lancers have been doing very well at killing these guys in the back line, chase them off. But the Glade Captain, still a nuisance. The Glade Ward still at full health, pretty much, but he is almost out of ammunition. He actually hasn't got too many shots off on Tyrion, which is nice. Tyrion is just really, really hard to kill, no matter what, though. Yeah, our Noble does retreat. Gets one last final shot off by the Glade Captain. So he's very close to death. But our Phoenix, after shattering those units, we're going to try to bring it over and get some terror routes in some of these Glade Guard. Because that'll be a quick way to break these guys. Caradrian actually gets routed for a little bit after fighting those Eternal Guard, even with his massive armor. Yeah, the Eternal Guard's massive HP, or not HP, AP, just doing too much damage to him. The Spell Singer from Lord of Beasts, been pretty nasty this match. Almost 1300 value, fair amount of kills. It's been using mostly Ambush Spears, or not Ambush Spears, Wissen's Wild Form. No Ambush Spears, so luckily no magic missiles, but Phoenix getting pretty low. 700 HP, so it is at the point where it could trigger a rebirth and die, so it's very, very close. Mage getting some nice charges on her chariot. 235 kills, plenty of value. Ariel getting the Doom Bolt right there. Ooh, actually wipes out the Spearman. Yeah, she has some very good... Dart of Doom, yeah, not Doom Bolt, Dart of Doom. She's already used up her heals, though. These Spearmen are faring pretty well, but she does cause terror, if I remember right. Yeah, so these guys will hold up, but not for much longer. Valyrian Lancers come back after routing off some of those units. Lots of kills, 321. Glade Captain cannot hold up to Tyrion, though. She can do quite a bit of damage to our Noble, but Tyrion is going to wreck her. Yet kills her very, very quickly. So one hero down, 2 more characters to go. Caradrian just barely survived with 264 HP. This is a very, very close battle. I think we will get the victory, but it's going to be very, very costly. We will use several units. and other ones will be heavily damaged. Tyrion getting on the spell singer now. She actually doesn't try to run away. Ooh, very, very big hits. Tyrion just rocking her world too. Ariel. all the elf women just have the hots for Tyrion, but he does not have it for them. His heart belongs to Laria alone, so he's just wrecking all these ladies. And with her getting too low, we finally get army losses on the Wood Elf army, but it came at a great cost. Holy crap! What a ridiculous battle. Killed almost everything the Wood Elves brought, but stupid Sisters of Twilight got away with, what is it called? Conjoined Destiny or something? Where they get that massive heal, but I did drive them off the battlefield. Ariel barely survives. Well, I thought we killed these guys, but maybe not. We definitely want the heal, because we had some units wiped out. Unfortunately, we did lose our silver helms.
Servant of the
But I'm sure we got a fair amount of experience from that battle. Ooh, Book of Asher. That's a really good item. Granger Cross for 10 thrones. And he's on his griffin now. Yes. And the casualty replenishment is only for the Lord for Tyrion. That's still not bad for him.
Tyrion.
But he got 2 full levels from that. I'm going to take Elven Healing because we definitely need it. And the High Elves don't have great casualty replenishment to start off with. For our Noble, let's keep giving him more armor. Because we have to hit level 20 to get your next point in the Champion of Hoeth. Gradrian, get you up to your unique skills now. So Witness to Destiny gives you a plus 12 melee defense and 10% ward save buff if you're below 25% HP, which you really could use that during that last battle. Okay, ooh, minus 10% for entry at court actions. Gives him miss resist and reduces hero action costs. Okay, Will of Assyrian gives him hit points, melee defense, and wound recovery time. We definitely want that. This buffs Phoenix Guard and his army, which we don't have at the moment. Okay, ooh, Magical Harmony for Phoenixes. So this gives them an additional 30% damage upgrade and more charge bonus, along with melee attack and melee defense. Great, that's nice that we kept our Flamespire Phoenix alive. And then we have to spend more points in there first. So that's for Phoenix Guard. We'll have to do all of them. So
Ready to serve.
our Mage. Got Arcane Conduit. This is still growth, which I don't care about quite as much. Let's give you this, because you're having a hard time not dying.
Standing by. Prince of
Let's continue building up our outposts, I think.
Defender of the Phoenix Crown. Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Or, yeah, we got a couple of turns till you hit full growth. Kind of same thing everywhere else, so I'm fine with
What news?
that. Let's wipe this army out for good, and then take Bleakhold Fortress.
Kill them.
Okay. You don't have any healing yet. We're gonna have to fight this just so we don't lose units, because we're gonna have to fight the Dark Elves again afterwards. After dealing with the Sisters of Twilight, we have to do one more battle against the second army that did survive. Lariel unfortunately barely survived last battle. So right off the bat, she's going to use her Berry Wine to get a massive heal on herself, almost all the way back up to half health. But the rest of the army is very, very low. So Tyrion just going to go straight for her and try to kill her off as quickly as we can. Lyrian Lanciers coming around on the side, get some flanking charges off in a little bit, but we're moving up most of our archers just to try to kill off the Glade Guard as quickly as we can. I don't really care about the Glade Lord for now. Tyrion actually taking some good damage. Ariel does have pretty good stats, but she's going to be no match for Tyrion as he just chases her and gets more shots off. We don't want to send our heroes into combat because they're all so low and we don't want them to get killed before they can become immortal. The Noble does have the Jar of All Souls, but the Mage does not. But yeah, Tyrion just rocking Ariel's world. But she does get some nice spells there, though. Hurt some of our spearmen. But Ariel's dead very, very quickly. Blade Lord did get a teeny bit of a heal from Ariel. But we've basically dealt with the rest of the army. Lyrian Lancers coming in for some nice charges. We're going to keep our Flamespire Phoenix in the back as well, because we do not want him to die. But last little bit's going down. Blade Lord took one giant hit from Tyrion, and the second one follows it up. And that's going to be army lessons. Man, Ariel is a freaking annoying thing. That massive hill as soon as the battle starts. Okay, we don't get any heals from that.
Kill them all.
Oh, I should be taking influence because we've maxed out the trait for Tyrion. Oh, and you don't have enough movement range to attack Bleakhold Fortress? Okay, we'll just have to bring you... Oh, can I get into the settlement? I can if I march. Let's do that. That's extra healing if I do it, so it's worth it. Our noble... I guess we can get some of your unique stuff down here, but I would really like to get Colossal Strike before we focus on that. Our Mage of Heavens. Another little stat boost, or... I think we actually want to go down Arcane Priest, because this gives more growth HP, but it also will have some nice buffs once we can get them unlocked.
Protector of the Everqueen.
We can globally recruit. We don't have very much money, though. Let's get 2 archers and 2 spearmen for Tyrion.
Tyrion, heir.
Oh, that's going to bring our income up. I mean, our income down quite a bit. We might go into bankruptcy with that. We'll just take 2 archers. That leaves us a little bit of a cushion. This guy wants to come and attack. He can come and attack. Let's actually see if... Let's try to bait him into an ambush right here, actually. I think he'll be more likely to attack.
Standing by. Your request.
Alright, you can keep pushing into the Dark Elves next turn. Aggression Pact. At the moment. Man, that was a freaking hard battle, though, against the Wood Elves.
I am the defender of
Probably a military alliance? No, you want us to join war against Nakari? I might as well. Just for the extra little bit of money. Because it looks like Nakari's going to die anyway, with the combination of Yvresse and Avalorn attacking him. Okay, we get discovered. I guess we're just out of range of the settlement just barely, but I'm going to take the auto-resolve, so that wipes pretty much most of this army out. Let's take the money, because we are very low on funds at the moment. Where did all those Dark Elf armies go to? Convoy? We have another battle against the Empire, huh? Your army is okay for the most part, except for the Rangers. We still don't have any cavalry. They don't have any artillery this time, but they do have some outriders. I think we can take this without a problem. Our naval convoy getting lots of encounters. Another Empire army this time. No mortars, but they do have two things of Empire Knights who are hiding somewhere, one on this flank, one on the other, but they also have some Outriders with grenade launchers, which can be really, really nasty, especially if they get on some good targets. So as soon as they get in range, we're just going to blast them apart. They're trying to get some grenades off into our Rangers, who, luckily, due to their looser formation, they don't take quite as many hits and explosions as other units probably would have. Grenade launcher trying to get a few volleys off in the Silver Guard. Fortunately, they do get one good volley right there, but they can go down very, very quickly. We basically turned all of our firepower to take them out, so hopefully they don't come back at all. Kill off as many as we can. Yes, they do get shattered right there. Sweet. On this flank, we have the Halberdiers kind of to cover our flanks in case the Empire Knights decide to come in for a charge. These guys don't have great stats, well, decent stats, but they have a lot of armor. So it's going to be difficult for any of our other units to take them out, except for our Halberdiers, with their anti-large armor piercing. But the majority of the Empire reinforcements are moving into range of our units. Empire Knights coming after my Iron Hell Gunners, but we're going to try to get our Halberdiers and block some of them on the charge, hopefully. They did manage to kind of thread the needle between our Sylvan Guard and the Halberdiers and get on these guys, but they don't stay long. Silver Guard just going to hold the line. You typically don't want to charge with them. They do have charge defense versus all. So, can be better on that. Their charge bonus is very low as well. But handgunners have some good targets now. Get some very good shots into these spearmen who are trying to hit on that side. Rangers trying to tie down these Empire Knights though, so hopefully they can't get around into our archers. But we do have the weakened unit of Halberdiers that got pretty heavily decimated last time. We're bringing them over. They were in the back, keeping an eye on our range line. Rangers and Halberdiers catching these guys. Prince putting up a good fight against our General of the Empire, but this guy actually put a few hits on our Prince before he could actually do too much, so take more damage than I would like, but we've pretty much shut down the Empire firepower. These crossbows are the last range unit they do have active, but they have a big clump of units over here. Unfortunately, we don't have any mages or anything in the army still, so I'm gonna have to deal straight through these guys with martial mastery, martial prowess. Rangers actually very good in this matchup. They get a huge bonus to the melee defense, so the Empire Swordsmen really going to struggle to get through that, and their bonus is infantry. A higher weapon strength is going to let them eat through these swordsmen pretty effectively, actually. But Empire Knights just barely come back, and this time they do get a charge through. But most of their models had been killed off, so not a great charge on their part. And Hellgunners get some nice shots off with our Cathay Gunpowder unit. These guys are pretty short range. They're really good if you can get like a side shot into a unit avoiding their shields, but the front line of the Empire has broken, so it's just this clump of units over here. Empire Knights still kind of being a pain, but we do have some Lothran Sea Guard there, who are anti-large. We're going to be able to deal with the Empire Knights. These Halberdiers just keep trying to keep these Empire Knights occupied, and while we deal with the rest of the army. Now that we have kind of moved some of our guys back, we have pulled them back so we can actually get some more direct shots with our gunpowder and our archers, who you see them unloading now on these swordsmen who are just getting decimated. Like, we don't even need to go into melee right there. And the Empire Army gives up after trying to pirate our convoy. Good thing for this guy is he's getting plenty of experience.
They must die.
Okay, and the Dreadfleet army retreats out to the sea. Awesome. Alistar should be able to wipe them off. Wipe them off the edge of the map. Wipe them out. Ooh, no, we don't want to fight that. I didn't realize there was an island encounter right there. We just want to finish this guy off. We're just losing regiments over now, so I don't care. And you're going to come back into the settlement. Let's get rid of these. Do I need you to have an army anymore? I don't... Where would we send you? Up north to fight Nikari? I think Nakari's gonna die anyway, so we don't need you down there.
Where to?
Let's just get Merchant Lord going for more income from trade, and we'll get rid of you for now. Okay, the White Tower, still waiting on growth. Gaian Vale. We'll want to upgrade this eventually so we can get some tree units. But for now, let's just focus on building up our settlements. Eaglegate. I don't know if I care about you right now.
Servant of the king.
Alright, you can take the Bleakhold Fortress.
Absolutely
I don't think I want to push into the Wood Elves.
Sun Fang hungers.
At least not right now.
Ever vigilant.
Get full control of the province. Sweet.
Tyrion, heir of an area.
We can get Captain of the Phoenix Guard now, so this gives him numbing coldness and armor when he is on Ashtaria, which he gets at rank 16. So that gives this to himself and nearby allies. And when he's on foot, he gets flaming attacks and the burnt imbuement, which reduces enemy leadership and unbreakable. That's nice.
Shield of Alaria.
Tyrion. Ooh, we can get some tree units right now. We could get Treekin. Treekin are pretty... Yeah, let's get 2 Treekin, actually. They're pretty good at holding the line. That'll help out our spearmen quite a bit. They only take 1 turn to recruit. Athenor, I actually don't want you to go this way. I want you to come out to sea. You need to have at least 25 points to go into patrol stance. We want you to take Grey Rock Point, but first, let's get you upgraded. And we could do the Invocation of Assyrian again, actually. Let's do that. So before I build up some of this stuff, maybe that was the only one. This reduces construction costs and it gives us influence and grandeur per turn. Okay, so our dilemma is with Tirnock, which Tirnock got destroyed. So this would insult Nagaryth. Nagaryth is kind of unique though in the Phoenix Court, but it would do recruit time for Shadow Warriors, diplomatic relations with them. We could insult both of them and that would give us money. But we lose grandeur. We could insult Tirnock. And that increases construction costs faction-wide. But what would Nagaryth do? Diplomatic relations with Nagaryth. 0 action cost and recruit rank for some stocking units. I don't really care about our relations with Nagaryth at the moment. The faction-wide construction costs actually sounds good.
What news? Champion of the Ever Queen.
These guys are pretty expensive though. But we do need to keep an eye out on Dreadfleet.
There is much to discuss, I assume.
I was trying to get a trade agreement, but looks like they didn't really improve our relations with them at all, so we'll do a non-aggression pact to try to cheer them up and like us more. Our convoy, ooh, he's at level 8, so now he can get replenishment in any territory. As long as it's not hostile waters, apparently. Okay, wait. Hostile waters? Who were without here? It must be because the beesmen control that. Huh. Okay. Going after Bowmaster. We could upgrade the Eagle Gate, which doesn't do a whole lot. I think we'll save our money.
Standing by.
We haven't seen Marathi for a little bit, though, after kicking her butt. Oh, speak of the devil. They attack us. They're bringing a Beastmaster, Master, and a Black Ark. I don't want to retreat. We only take low casualties? Okay, let's auto-resolve that.
Death holds no fear.
You want to keep executing the Druki until we can get that leadership penalty trait for Athenor. Athenor? Athenor, however you want to pronounce it. Okay, looks like no sign of the Wood Elves yet. Ikari in the minimap. Our convoy encounters the gathering storm. So the convoy's captain predicts a strong storm. The captain believes that the best course of action is to wait in a secure harbor. This will preserve the integrity and cargo and the crew. However, in this case, the convoy will arrive at the destination much later. So we would... I actually don't care about attrition right now, actually. Let's go through it.
Noble son of Ulthuan, you have my attention.
Okay, you have the leadership bonus for fighting Dark Elves, but we don't have the one that reduces enemy leadership. But you should be able to take this without a problem. Let's level you up first, though. Let's do Quartermaster. And let's take the settlement. Could sack it for a fair amount. We should be able to... Oh, we don't have enough movement to occupy it? What? Why not? Oh, I guess it's because we landed. That's why.
I await your command.
That's right. Well, we'll get renowned and feared. I doubt we'll get attacked. We can just take it next turn. Although we lose the ability to build up our ship now. So, hindsight is 20/20.
As you command.
Do we keep pushing into the Wood Elves and let you deal with Marathi?
Alariel's champion.
Haghall? Haghall is a capital? We'll push into the Wood Elves, since they wanted to be aggressive with me.
My lady disapproves. I lost.
Haghall is a capital, so it's going to
We
be
have captured it.
a nice little bit up for us, and it has not landmarks, but trade resources. Got some new regiments of renown. Tyrion, I'm good on casualty replenishment now. Let's do Quartermaster. Because the cheaper our armies are, the more of them we can afford. Yeah, it kind of sucks about that guy, though. Put that ball's anvil first. Lothern, you're one turn away. We need 6,000 to upgrade you to tier 4. Tower of Hoeth, though. Let's build the embassy. No, because we only have one port in here. This just gives us income from trade tariffs, which we're not making a whole lot from at the moment, so... Could go just straight money production. This gives grandeur per turn, actually. We'll make more money next turn to be able to upgrade Lothern. Ikari is pretty much wiped out. He'll probably be wiped out this turn. Teclis is about to get wiped out. Sorry, dude. You're my bro. Literally, but... We have the Witchwood right there. Ooh, Val's Anvil. I completely forgot about that. That has a nice landmark that gets post-battle loot. Faction-wide, if I remember right. Oh, come on. That court dilemma ended up backfiring. Oh, we got another Dreadfleet army showing up. Yes. Okay, taking the Witchwood is going to be a pain, though. Yeah, but Vol's Anvil does have a nice landmark. I believe it gets post-battle loot. Okay. Normally I would fight this, but I think we were taking attrition. I'll wait for now, just because that guy... I don't want to lose that convoy when it's already pretty high level. Yeah. Oh no, so it doesn't give post battle loot, but it gives 10% upkeep production faction wide though, and income per turn along with iron. Sounds very, very enticing.
These orders are unwise. I am honored. There is glory to be won. This place is ours.
Let's go for growth here.
Your orders?
Ooh, Caradrian has the Phoenix Blade. Nice. So this... Oh, it actually gives him a magical bombardment spell. More melee attack, flaming attacks, magic attacks, weapon strength. Sweet. Our noble is immortal now, so we can switch off that item. But we're going to get Colossal Strike, then we'll go after some of your unique stuff. Caradrian's Gaze gives us campaign line of sight, self-defense chance, and... Okay, so he affects that quite a bit. Let's finish off training, and then we'll worry about the other stuff. A mage also hit level 20. Awesome. Let's keep going into Arcane Priest. Grandeur. We still need a lot to go through some of this stuff. So we're going to keep building that up. Okay, you're going to take Grey Rock Point. You may not... you'd lose the Harbingers of Kurnos. That's fine. They're Regiment of Renown. I'm going to loot and occupy, though, because a lot of your spearmen got damaged. We still don't have enough. And I need to keep an eye on that.
Servant of the king.
Well, I don't want to cancel that because that's a capital. We can cancel this one for now. Because this is important because I want to get the Elven Court so we can unlock some of the technologies down here. How many more turns does our convoy have? 5 more? And he's going to Altdorf? Yes.
High Priestess.
Say, once they get this to tier 5, I'd love to be able to recruit some treemen.
Ready.
Okay, for you, this gives you the ability to recruit Lothran Sea Rangers, Lothran Sea Guard, New Club Bolt Throwers. Eventually, this will give you Silverhelm stuff. This gives you unit experience per turn. Unit experience per turn. Virgo loss reduction for the army and recruit rank. Eventually, this gives you reduce local recruitment. This gives ambush defense chance. Where are our naval units? Ooh, this actually gives you recruit rank for mages, but no capacity. Okay, that's money. This is upkeep production, which is probably the one we want to do. We already have that. Yeah, let's do this one. And should be good for that turn. What Elves? I think this is our last settlement. Yes. If we can take it before the sisters come back, that would be awesome. But it will probably be pretty tight.
If what you seek is for the greater good, my...
Oh, come on. Nagaroth is a little pissy anyway. They're hard to appease. They're kind of outcast even within High Elf society.
You have the
Ooh. I wasn't even thinking about them. We haven't built up Tor Anlek or the Shrine of Cain at all because we didn't have growth for it. Maybe Tyrion just moves. Well, after he takes out the Wood Elves, maybe we just have him go to sea and go after Cyclostra. Cyclostra? Cylastra? Nakari's gone. We didn't even get to fight him. How sad. Ooh, precise fletching. Really, really good. 20% more ammunition and 10% more missile damage.
Tyrion.
Man Braces of Defense. Very good item. 15% ward save, armor, and melee defense. Yeah, let's have you come. I'm actually going to march you to the edge of our territory so you can make it to the Witchwood next turn. Let's look at items real fast.
The Reaper.
Talisman. Let's give you the Van Braces of Defense. That's going to make Tyrion such a beast in combat. Almost 150 armor, amazing stats.
Her servant.
For our noble, he's on a griffin, and the emerald collar for healing is very, very nice. I'll probably keep that. We don't need this equipped anymore, and we don't have any other hero. I guess we can put it on our...
Standing by.
Let's put it on our Sea Helm just in case he dies in combat. So that way he's immortal. But Armor of Destiny is very good. Do we have a better weapon? The Shrieking Blade. These are the Shrieking Gills. You guys have seen Princess Bride. Yeah, let's fuse these. Fuse these ones as well. Ooh, Armor of Calidor. That's very nice. Actually, Emerald color gives you regen, I believe. Or it does give regen, but it doesn't give a fire weakness. Yeah, it doesn't give a fire weakness, so I don't need the flame resistance on you. We'll just fuse a bunch of these first. Both of these are bad. All of those are bad. Let's reset. Categorization. Shield of Tolos is bad. Bane Shield is bad. Helm of Discord, very good. Let's take that on Caradrian, because he's usually in the midst of our infantry. Book of Asher, we want on our mage for the extra ones of magic reserve. Let's also give her the Iron Curse icon as well, because they really like to shoot at her. Okay, Talisman of Safri gives you melee defense and spell resist. We have 2 of these though. Let's put those on you. And Caradrian as well for more ward save. Let's give you the Talisman of Safri. Or
Tyrion, heir of an Aryan.
now we'll give you the Talisman of Preservation. That's better. This gives you more weapon strength along with a Bound Amber Spear spell, which is great because you're a ranged character already. I'm going to give the Glittering Skills actually to our Convoy Captain, because that's more useful since his battles are usually a little bit more based on the army rather than characters.
Tyrion.
Right there. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Your will is done.
What do you require?
Okay. Sailor areas, we got the Razor Standard. Let's look at Tyrion first. Creation Scout gives you ambush defense chance, actually might be very important. Have poison, which we don't want to do poison for you because that would overwrite your magic or fire attacks. Seems pretty good for that turn.
It cannot come to pass.
Technology, we're just waiting to get down here, but in the meantime, upkeep production for Rangers, Mistwalkers, and Archers, along with defensive supplies faction-wide. This is more armor for a lot of our early to mid-tier units, which is great. Charge bonus for Lyrian Reavers and Lancers. Melee attack for Rangers, Mistwalkers, Shadow Warriors, Silver Helms. That's good, but not right now. This benefits tree units and more of the beast units, which we don't have. So let's go for the light Ithalmar armor.
I await your command.
Oh, we didn't move you yet.
I couldn't agree more.
Let's do hold the line, because you do have Marathi near you.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Your army should be pretty much full health. I kind of like where you are. We don't really have any powerful anti-large, but we haven't needed it so
You
far.
have my attention.
Ooh,
Forward at once.
what's it? Okay, it is
Will fail.
Marathi with shades, dark shards. Yeah, let's get you maybe 2 regiments over down. Let's merge some of these spearmen.
Orders understood.
We don't have any speed in this army. Unfortunately, all our other ones are on cooldown right now. The Pureman Company. Skycutters. We'll get Keepers of the Stones, because they're very good. They're unbreakable as well. And we'll do the Keepers of the Flame.
Dauntless.
Some nice Phoenix Guard.
I concur.
Close victory, we would lose our Spearmen. I'm okay with that, actually. These Spearmen are not very high rank. Oh, and our
We will not be held.
Lorthan Seahelm is actually on one of his mounts now. He is on a Swift Feather Rock. Marathi's defeat rate, unfortunately, is not that great. Let's keep going into Quartermaster, though. We'll upgrade that. This is more fleet growth. Actually, let's do this one. That requires growth. I'm not really worried about recruiting at the moment. Actually, I don't need the upkeep reduction. I'd rather use your growth to get higher tier first. So we'll wait. And we'll just have you recruit some spearmen to replace the ones we lost.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Let's build up Forest of Arnheim. No, Mooncharge's probably safer, and it has a trade resource. Ooh, I forgot. You have a gold mine, huh? Awesome. Let's save our growth for the Shrine of Remembrance. And we don't have any hero slots open yet. Yeah, we do need to keep an eye on Silasha up here, though. But Tyrion, if they want to come out and attack him, this army's more dangerous now, but we should be able to defend them off. Dreadfleet going after Yvress, apparently. They decided to skip
You have the nerve.
attacking us. 190 for a peace treaty? Come on. Oh, but Count Noctis is showing up. Okay. Good to know. Oh, they actually do come out and attack us. What do they have that has armor? What Elves generally don't have armor, but they do have some Wild Riders. I think we put our armor piercing onto some of our anti-large. Some of these spearmen. And do we need to fight this one? I don't think so. We're still in friendly territory, so we are going to heal over the intern. Let's take the money.
God be good. You have the nerve to stand.
I was like, how do we even have contact with Wolfric? But it's because of our convoy. Where? Oh, and they're going to come out and attack us? If we take the auto-resolve, we lose a lot. They have a lot of speedy units, though. And our army is like half damaged. We'll have to fight this one manually, but we'll do that at the start of episode 8. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Warhammer, and have a great day.